Yes, sir! Swishahouse!
They call me Big Watts. Homestead is where you find them laws that hate me, find me, but they can't stop me. All about making the come up. I'm busting on that run. Gotta stay real, gotta make me a meal, gotta roll in a Lex. That's bub. All about making my paper. I'm all about making off hater. Keep me on now. Gotta stay on the ground, talk but you can't fade us. Huh? How you love that? Swishahouse 99, baby. That's how we do it. H-Town to Louisiana.
Drink is what I sip, and my cell phone keep the chip. I'm talking business, I put it down. I'm chopping blazing, I'm popping from the land of that fried smoke. Got flicks, I got the pump, way the trunk the deuce. Keep.
What's up, y'all? This is Longhorn Hip Hop. I'm here at Swishahouse with Houston legend DJ Michael Watts, and we're here to get a little bit of history behind the Swishahouse movement and stuff of that nature. So, first thing we wanted to ask is, what kind of music did you hear growing up as a kid in your house?
All right, man. I started off growing up listening to like a lot of funk and old school. Like my mom, she liked stuff like funk, like Roger Troutman and Zapp and stuff like that. And my dad was actually a big blues fan, you know. And I grew up listening to that type of stuff in my household, you know.
Cool. And so when was it maybe that you would say that you got your start DJing?
I actually started DJing in the 8th grade, you know. And I had a friend who had some DJ equipment in his backyard, and we used to go in his backyard and practice all the time back there. And from that point there, I just I went out like a whole summer and bought my own DJ equipment. I actually cut yards for a summer, you know, and I bought my own DJ equipment, and I started doing mixtapes in the 8th grade.
Awesome. And so, like, was there someone that you would say, like, helped you along the way to become, like, successful or, like, well-known, maybe, like, before Swishahouse started?
I had a couple of people that influenced me. I have a good friend by the name of Walter D. He helped me out. Lester Pace, he used to live out here. Actually, one thing about Lester, he's like a legend here. He was the one that brought hip-hop to Texas, period. Before hip-hop was just in the New York and the East Coast. They had a show called Kids Jam that was on KTSU in Houston, and they brought hip-hop here to Texas.
I had no idea. So Swishahouse was founded, what, in '97?
Actually, I was doing Swishahouse probably maybe like '95 and stuff like that, but it was just a real small local thing, you know. Then it wasn't like anything we was trying to do for real, you know what I mean? It's like we were trying to distribute anything. It was like I was just making mixtapes in my house and stuff like that, and just doing it for my friends. But actually, I started by like '95.
Okay. So like around that time, who were the artists that were in the group or whatever you want to call it?
Right around '95, it wasn't really any artists really then, you know. It was just a couple of guys that you know, that just rapped. Some of the guys in the neighborhood that come over there and rap and stuff like that. And the funny thing is how I started doing the Swishahouse tapes, right? I used to always make mixtapes, but that was regular speed, right? And I had some of the guys that came by the house. They used to always beg me to make a screw tape, because that's what they used to call the slow down mix. They call it screw tapes. I'm like, I said, no, I didn't want to do it. You know, I didn't want to do it just with respect for Screw, you know. And they finally just begged me into doing it, right? I did one, right? Ended up selling more than any tape that I ever did at that point, so I just stuck with it from that point, you know.
So did you like, what was like the atmosphere like at that time? Did you get, you know, like love from DJ Screw? Were y'all close?
I gotta say, absolutely, there was no love from the Screw and the people in that camp at that point. You know, actually at that point when we first started, we was actually kind of like in a small rivalry then. You know what I mean? But I didn't really let that discourage me from showing them love. You know, like when I was doing my mixtapes and stuff like that, I actually shout them out on that. When I was doing my radio shows, I was actually playing Screwed Up Click stuff still. You know what I mean? But you know, but at that point when I first started, I'm pretty sure he didn't like it. You know?
Well, I guess it's understandable, you know. So, the founding of the actual Swishahouse, how did y'all determine that was going to be something you thought would be like a successful?
Well, when we was setting, I was doing the Swishahouse with OG Ron C, right? And we were actually pushing mixtapes out the frame, man. We had more mixtape rolling than people's albums, you know what I mean? That's how the mixtapes were. And with that being done, man, we had enough power, enough clout, you know, to start a record label, and that's how we ended up starting Swishahouse Entertainment.
So who were the original artists on when Swishahouse was first founded?
All right, the original artists when Swishahouse was first founded, and when we was taking it seriously, let me say Archie Lee, Lester Roy, Big Pick, AD, Big Tiger, Blindside, there was Sab Warfare, of course it was Slim Thug, and Paw Wall, Chamillionaire, OG Ron C and me. I might have forgot somebody, but it's not. If I did forget you, I'm sorry about that. Lil Plug, you know, it's like a whole lot of people that was a part of it. You know what I mean?
I mean, y'all really started your own movement within Houston, and that's just coming from someone who just watched it happen, you know, as I was growing up. But I mean, like now it's crazy to see how even like worldwide Swishahouse has become. Like, I mean, I'll see on the internet, you know, people are selling and buying Swishahouse stuff like in Germany and like crazy stuff like that. So like, I mean, did you ever think it would take off like that?
No, not really, man, because when we first started doing it, we were doing it for the fun of it. I didn't really give a damn about if it was going to sell or get big or anything, man. It was just something that we liked doing, and we just did it for the fun and the art of it.
What do you think was like the first mixtape or album that came out of Swishahouse that really like made people maybe outside of Houston say, oh, okay, like there's something that's called Swishahouse that exists, and they're awesome?
Wow, you know what's crazy? That would have to actually be like a public question, you know what I mean? Because everybody has their own starter CD, so to say, you know what I mean? So that'd be more of a public question. But one of the biggest, I'm gonna say one of the biggest CDs that we did, this is underground, right, too. It wasn't a really straight album, but when we used to do the Kappa mixes, like they used to have this the Kappa Beach Party every year, and they used to celebrate it out in Galveston. So we used to make a special mixtape for it, and we started doing it in is it 99? I think in 99 we started doing the Kappa mixes, and that's one of the things that those Kappa mixes was so big that they a lot of people icebreaker was that from out of town.
I guess y'all probably went there year after year. So did you just kind of see like there was a certain point where people were just like, man, like Swishahouse, you know, and people were flocking to y'all? Kind of like, did y'all sell tapes?
Yeah, man, we used to sell. We were selling CDs then. By the time we started selling CDs at the Capitol, like in 1999 and stuff like that, me and Ron C and it's crazy, man. We got a crazy Kappa story, right? We had a Winnebago on the seawall, right? And we had the speakers out there, and we were playing the music and stuff, and we had like a little table out there, we selling the music and shit, right? And we decided to have a bikini contest on top of the Winnebago, right? So we was giving away a couple $100. So Slim Thug came out there and say he boosted it up to 1,000, right? So we had this big mob of people in the middle of the seawall, right? And they're up there watching the bikini contest and jamming to the music and stuff, right? And all of a sudden, when Slim boosted up to $1,000, the girl got naked up there, right? And it was the funniest thing, man. Like all the police and everything was just sitting up there enjoying it and everything, right? Soon as she got naked, the police just swarmed in like this, took the girl to jail, gave us a citation, made us cut the music off. You know what I mean? It was crazy, man.
Yeah, that sounds incredible. So I mean, clearly, like Swishahouse has had, you know, very measurable success. When people look back, they can always say, you know, Chamillionaire, Paul Wall, Slim Thug, Mike Jones, all these people that have broken out, they came from this place. So like, what is that like for you? Like, do they look up to you like as like a, you know, godfather? I don't know, or a father?
You know what, man? I'm still cool with everybody, man. Everybody that was ever part of the label, man, I'm still cool with it, man. I called everybody from time to time, man. If I ever need anything from anyone, everybody still shows me love and stuff like that, man. It's just a beautiful thing, you know? And like one thing about Swishahouse, man, a lot of people don't realize Swishahouse is not just a label. It's just like a brand. You know what I mean? You know, it's just not just a label. You know, it's more like a lifestyle. It's kind of like a hip hop or whatever. You know what I mean? It's more than just artists and stuff like that. You know what I mean?
So what projects do y'all have that y'all working on putting out for 2011?
We got another project coming out from Paul Wall. We got Fam 420. Fam 420 is Kuda Bang, Magno, Archie Lee. Matter of fact, I forgot Archie Lee. No, I did get him in there. I said Archie Lee, right? Okay, Magno, Archie Lee, Kuda Bang, and Conan. So we got that coming up, and plus we have Little Young. We got the First Lady of Swishahouse, Surreal, coming out, you know, and we got other things coming, but you know, it's like for us, the mainstream stuff that we know we got coming out from the house. Those gonna be the mainstream stuff, things that I know that's gonna come out. To mention, we're also doing dubstep now, you know. Yeah. I had to give you one of the CDs before you leave out of here, man. You know, we got my friend, his name BMC, Bad Boy BMC. He does dubstep DJing and stuff, so he's with the camp, and we got this thing called Trill Step. And it's like a lot of southern underground stuff, but it's with the dub remixes, so we call it Trill Step. So
are you gonna start like screwing down the Trill Step mixes?
Yeah, we already started doing it, man. We already have a project, man, so it's something different that we're doing, man. Our main goal this year for 2011 is get out into different places that we haven't really been at. You know, it's like we have an overseas fan base, which we never go travel overseas, so we're gonna go and attack that. And also I'm with this group called the Bum Squad. You know what I mean? It's a national DJ organization and stuff like that. And we're doing a bunch of things. You know, I got a mix show on jellyradio.com that comes on regular speed every Saturday night. If you're in Texas, it comes on at 9:00 p.m., you know. And just trying to expand it, do different things, man, you know.
That's awesome, man. That's great.
Check it out. This is DJ Michael 5000 Watts, and right now, you're in tune to Longhorn Hip Hop on your screen right now. Did I say that wrong? Okay, good.
Where's that? Where's that? Austin. Where's that? Texas. New crib, Loftin. Where's that? Where's that? Austin. Where's that? Texas.